Good morning, everyone. Malcolm, do you have anything you want to say before we kick off?
Have a good time.
Indeed, we will. Taiji, Qigong, good morning. And then hold your stick up over your head as far as you can. Reach, 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 reach. And then when you drop it down, exhale. In front of yourself and behind yourself. Try to remember to have a horse stance, so my knees are turned out. My feet are a little bit more than shoulder width apart, and my knees are a little bent, and I'm like sunk down into my down shin. Massage the back of your neck. This is freestyle, but Malcolm like runs the stick over the spaces between vertebrae, and then I like to like get it up underneath those projections at the base of your skull and just really get in there. And you can picture any stress or tension just dissolving, liquefying, and then it goes out through your body, through the bottoms of your feet.
I can tell I haven't done this in a while.
And then when you've had enough of that, you can go down to your lower back. You can just go straight up and down, or like Ms. Annie's doing, you can kind of do it to the sides. And then you can tap just on your lower back. Your kidneys are back there, so that's trying to stimulate your kidneys so they work better, getting rid of all the stuff we drain out during the practice. And then go down to your legs. Step 1 foot forward. And you're just going to like draw a circle over the top of your thigh muscle just to roll it out. Good. And then you're going to go to the back of your knee and roll the stick down your calf muscle to your ankle. Good. And then go back up to the back of your knee. Chi gets stuck back here, so we just tap the stick on the back of your knee to release any trapped chi and let it drain out your foot. Good. Relax, back to center. And then other side, step the other leg forward, roll out your thigh. Good. And then go back down to your calf. And then tap the back of your knee. Center. And then just hold your stick in front of you, totally relaxed. And it can come up and go down. Then we do the arms. You roll up the inside of the arm, breathing in, and then down the outside of the arm, breathing out. And then switch sides, up the inside of your arm, breathing in, and down the outside, breathing out. And then we go up to our shoulder wells, that little indentation, and you're just tapping the stick right there. Same theory as the back of your knees. Your chi might be stuck in there, or your lymph, and you want to loosen it up and drain it out. Good. And switch to the other side. Same idea. Good. Taiji Qigong. And then we practice with a Li circle. Li circle goes forward and back. So we are moving the stick like this, away from your body, back towards your body. Remember your horse stance. And reverse. And then we do a shoe circle. Shoe is like the side to side direction. So the circle is going like this. It's in a flat plane that's parallel to your body. Back the other way. Same dimension and space, just the opposite direction. Good. And then we go to the ping dimension. Ping is like the flat horizontal plane. So we'll be doing like a flat circle. And the way I like to do that is with my stick up and down, because then I can pretend I'm stirring my witch's brew. When I'm really mad, I do it in a big circle, like a big brew. And then when I'm not feeling like that, I can even do a really small one, and it feels really nice and contained. Today I'm mad, so I'll do the big one. And then back the other way. 2 more times. And then we do another shu circle. So shu is that flat plane going this way. We hold it up under our chin. We hold it with one hand, swing it down to the bottom of the danshan, grab with the other hand and bring it back up. The other way. So I'm holding it under my chin, dropping it down, grabbing with the opposite hand, bringing it up. Three more. 1, 2, 3. Very good. And then the next move is called hold the boat. So picture yourself in a little boat going front and back. You have one of those big punting sticks like they have in Oxford, and you're pulling down on one side, the boat moves forward, your arms come back up, hold down on the other side. You can also picture an oar, you're rowing your boat. Hurt anyone? Do one more on each side. Last one this side. Last one. Walks back to center. Horse stance, so you're really centered. The last move is called block. We're blocking our enemies. So we shoot towards their little face. And then our other enemy, we block him over there. First enemy, second enemy. You can shift your whole weight to that side. Or you can just stay super centered and just hit him from your center. More each side, make it count. Look him in his face. Bam. And bam. Relax. Taiji, Qigong. And back to center. Raise the stick up overhead one last time. Reach, reach, reach. When you bring it down, make a huge audible exhale. In front and behind here.
That was hard.
Take it easy. Don't overdo it. Come back slowly.
Back to center and Taiji Qigong. Perfect. You put your sticks away. And then we'll start with a head turn. So you're going to stand in a horse stance. You're standing up and down, and you're drawing a little rainbow type shape with your nose back and forth. Horse stance, little segment of a circle. It can be like a shoe circle or a pink circle or a little bit of both. If I haven't done Qigong in a while, I try to start with this one because it's very simple. But if I can, I can like tune into my neck. Is it making any little noises? Do I feel any discomfort anywhere? I can have my hand on my danshan and feel that really strong. My breathing is pretty easy. Good. And then we'll do head rolls. Head rolls is a shoe circle too. You're using the top of your head to draw a circle. When you're in the horse stance, you start going, usually I start clockwise. First direction. Back center. Relax. do a forward spinal wave. So we're pulling chi from the ground up the back of the legs, up through your own face. It turns around at your lower lip, and then waterfall down the front. Chi up the back, and waterfall down the front. One more. Last one. And then pause. And what we do next is reverse direction. So in a reverse spinal wave, I'm sunk down in a horse stance. The top of my head is drawing a circle like this. So I fold myself down my own center line and then come back out. So folding down and then come back out. Welcome in, Annie. Your sound is on. Just so you know, don't say anything secret. One more. Last one. Okay, good. Back to center. And then we work on our qua. So you're sinking down into your own pelvis. This can be the biggest horse stance you want. The wider it is, the more comfortable it can be. And then you're just moving your little tiny hip joints on the inside. And it's like you're pedaling a bicycle, but it's teeny tiny. And it's just your hip joints on the inside. Bye, Olivia. Thanks for joining. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Reverse. Do some belly rolls. That's another Lee circle. Good idea, Jill. So what's been helping me with belly rolls is this ball Malcolm gave me. The belly roll is like your danchan is turning forward. So it's coming up the back of your belly and then down the front. The back and down the front. Oh, and Ms. Annie's here so we could say what she usually would tell us, which is this is also a pelvic floor exercise. If you want it to be. And then to reverse it, I just picture the ball going the opposite way. So it's coming up the front and down in the back. More. Back to center, left. The windmill. This is a ping circle mostly. When I'm forgetting to keep my center line strong, I try to remember the stick, and my own center line is exactly like the stick. And then my arms are just rotating around the stick, but the stick is not moving. Firm center line. And my arms and my body are moving, but my center line is pretty stable. I'll roll that into the grindstone, so it should be the circle in the front and behind your back. And the giant grindstone. Malcolm has been emphasizing the inner tornado, like that cyclonic power, and the grindstone is the single most powerful exercise for me to get the inner tornado going. Malcolm showed us a science video about creating a little cyclone in 2 bottles. And the word that the scientist said was, we're introducing vorticity, which I had never heard. But I like to think about my vorticity. First direction. One of my favorite songs is Once in a Lifetime by Talking Heads. And that song has a long, long set of lyrics about this is not my beautiful house, this is not my beautiful wife. But right towards the end of the song, he says, and then the twister comes. Here comes the twister. And that reminded me, a twister is another tornado type word. And I really like thinking about the twister. And we'll transition this into all the way. So going all the way around to the back. Still exercising our daimai. Still acting like an inner tornado's going on. Twister. Key. Switch to the other side. Same tornado, just going the opposite way. First, we were in the northern hemisphere, and then we're in the southern hemisphere. Center. And my favorite of all the twisting, rolling moves is lazy dragon, rolls on the beach. So we're going to do lazy dragon, thinking about the tornado. So huge dragon, twister. Twist out of your own way. You can keep your opposite hand on your danshan so you can keep track of where your chi is on the inside. And if I'm struggling to concentrate with this one, I picture the little dragon's head, and then I follow it with my eyes down around myself. And there she goes again. Follow her little head down. And then if I'm not distracted and I'm really in it, I think about something else Malcolm tells us. I think it was Master Zhang who said, inside, you big snake. And I can feel the whole dragon's body rolling on the beach. Feel it not in my arm, but on my inside. A couple more going this way. Last one. And then switch sides. Keep your danshan engaged. Make another dragon on this side. You can start by thinking about our little head. Twisting out of her way. And then you can switch focus to the inner tornado. Double dragons. So one on this side, followed by the other side. If my imagination is really going, I picture the dragons as opposite colors. So I could have like a black dragon and a white dragon. Or I do the complementary colors from the color wheel. So like you could have a blue dragon versus an orange dragon. More. Last one on each side. Last dark dragon. Last light dragon. Nice horse stance. Past to center. Relax. Tai Chi. Do shoulders. So left foot forward. Nice generous horse stance. And without even thinking about your shoulder, just create a wave going through your body, up through the front, down the back foot. Also an inner tornado, but it's kind of like more on its side, more like a Lee circle. And then your shoulder can ride the wave. And wave just going the other way. If you don't feel it, you can stop moving your shoulder and just feel it coming through your body. Add your shoulder. Switch sides, go over to the right side. Right foot forward. Same thing with the wave, get it going without your shoulder. Your shoulder, hit your right up here. First. Up and back. Do alternates, so re-center, still in a horse stance, your feet are back in parallel. You're just going one shoulder at a time. And if I can't concentrate in this one, I just try to slow it way down. Almost like the same motion as practicing with our quad, just much bigger with the outside joints and not the inner joints. Works. Alternate going opposite way. This is like the little quad bicycle pedaling forward. And I try to really relax both sides. I tend to get more and more like this doing this exercise, but it's much better if I can let everything relax. And relax completely when I'm switching sides. So right is activated, but left is completely relaxed. I can't do it. That's what I'm trying to do. And then double, so check your horse stance. Both shoulders. Stand strong, and that's me one. Relax, shake it out. About your shoulder wells. And we'll do our wrists. Starting on one side. Make sure my danshen is alive. And it's also moving as my wrist is moving. My danshen's moving. And it's more or less a pink circle, flat circle. And both sides, the waves in the danshen are canceling each other out, but they're still there. Stretches, starting on the left, closed. And you can picture chi running through your wrist joint like that. That's kind of a shoe circle. And Malcolm taught me if you feel lonely or sad, you can hold your own hand in this position. And then while you're doing it, you can also reverse the direction of the chi inside. So it's still a shoe circle, but going back the other way. So you can feel it going one way and then back the other way through your wrist joint. Close on the other side, stretch. Hold your own hand. Relax your wrists. And then we'll stretch the other way. So stretching open. You can feel the chi going around your wrist this way. It's another shoe circle or the reverse. And you can also hold your own hand. Same side, stretch open on the other side. Relax your wrists, let it all go completely. Tai Chi Qigong. Ankles, go firm on one side, shake out the other side. Shake out on the other side. Back on the first side, cyclonic. Rotating. I rotate my wrist the same way so that I can feel more cyclone. Reverse direction. Back to the other side, cyclone. Center, relax. And then we just open and close our qua a few times. So closing the qua, opening, closing, opening, closing, opening. Last time and Do Ling. Starting with your feet. Up into your legs. Arms. Trunk. And then I shake the danshan on the inside, really small. And then I shake it all the way to the outside. Everybody's involved now. Close, keep what you need. And then we're gonna grab the energy all the way from the stars, pull it down, blow it out. Energy from the sun, pull it in, pull it out from the wind, from the horizon, from all life, all water, and from the earth. Lift it up, keep what you need. Don't touch the earth. And if I'm still not ready for the day, I do child's pose right then until I'm ready to face the day. And then close our port. I remember to do my face, especially if I'm in meetings all day, I'm closing the pores on my face so they can't get to me. And then salute our masters and salute your classmates, including Jill's friend. Hello, Jill's friend. Thank you all. Super fun practice with you guys today.
Hey guys, have yourselves a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.